All right. All right. Let's go. How you guys doing, guys and gals? Let's turn it up. Appreciate you hitting the play button. Let's go. Let's go. You guys are all awesome. You guys and gals are so awesome. I appreciate it so much. You have no idea. Quick shout outs to recent subscriber. Thank you so much for hitting the subscribe. Let's go. You are awesome too. Don't forget you. Oh yeah. Double thumbs up to those that hit the like button and like the content. Helping with that good old algorithm. You know how it works. Appreciate you doing that as well. Let's get into this. Let's go! All right. You guys excited? Are you guys and gals excited? What are we doing today? What are we doing? Well, let's play around a little bit. You guys want to see what's up? All right. Okay, our turn speed is a little bit slow. That's the only thing we need to adjust. We're going to play around here quickly. Oh, dangity dong. I forgot. Okay, yeah, we can't access our turn speed, which means I got to open up visual again because I did close it. Turn speed. Yeah, we got to turn that up. It's just not enough, you know? You knows? Okay, what was it before? Let's see. Turn speed. Let's I don't know. Is 20 too fast? I don't know. But our turn speed needs to be cranked up. So let's add 20 to that. Okay. Control Home, Shift S. And I think we're gonna be good. Okay, here we go. Let's test her out. Yeah, that's way better. Much better. Still a little sluggish, but it's a lot better for sure. Big yays. Big yays. Okay, I'm gonna close this a sec. Okay, closing Visual Studio. We're done. We're kind of done with this. We could actually, let me just double check that you guys and gals can hear me on good old YouTube before we get too far here. Just give me a sec. All right, let's have a look. Let me just double check that you guys and gals can hear me. Yeah, we're good. Awesome sauceum. Good old awesome sauceum. Okay, this is what we're doing today, guys, gals. Those of you that want to learn how to C# code behind and create. Let's create. We are using Unity. If you guys don't have it installed, I have installation videos at the beginning of this series. We're going to open up Unity Hub here and we're going to go to installs, and I'm using version 2022.3.53 F1. Okay, I can just to give you guys and gals a heads up. Whoops. I want here. They have Unity 6 out now, okay? And it's gonna have long-term service. It's also a recommended version. I mean, it's the most current. I'm using kind of the second most current. I had Unity 6 installed initially, and then I'm like, what? So I just decided I'm going to learn and grind on 2022, the original version essentially, and then I'm going to upgrade eventually, okay? So that's what we are doing. Okay, and today this video is about doing a challenge, okay? The challenge is to get you to think a little bit, okay? If you've been kind of following the series, maybe you were on learn.unity.com, which is great. Nothing wrong with that. They got great tutorials over there as well. There's lots to learn. It never ends, guys. Okay, there's always something new to learn. Don't be that guy that thinks that they know everything. Okay, just because they know how to spell car doesn't mean they know how to use one. Okay, it's kind of like the dictionary concept. Let's go. All right, we're doing the challenge. Okay, that's what we're doing. Things first. Okay, what we need to do is so just to give you guys and gals a heads up, in case you don't have it and you have Unity installed and you have Visual Studio installed, you got to go to learn.unity.com and download the Challenge 1 starter files. Okay? That's the first thing. Okay, you're going to need that zip file. Again, just download it to your zips. I have a folder that I created under my dev, C drive dev Unity project. I created a project zip folder, and then I just dragged and dropped it there. And then of course, when you want to open it, you have to go blah blah blah, extract all. Okay, WinZip, good old WinZip. Okay, gotta love WinZip. Okay, guys and gals, so that's what you do. Now the next thing, here we go, we're extracting. Remember, we're importing before. We had to import. I'm gonna just use this world. We're gonna make things more challenging. Okay, we're not gonna start with a fresh world. Okay, that's our sunlight essentially. I guess I didn't talk about that yet. Okay, that's our sunlight. You need it, anytime you create anytime you create games or whatever, there's lighting effects as well. That's how you get your shadows, guys and gals. Okay, let's do this. All right, so we already have our we kind of already have a course library, right? When we imported, we got all the obstacles. We got the ground road. We received the vehicles that came with it. And then it gave us our scene as well. This is our scene. So what you see here, that's our scene. Okay. And then the scripts folder is what we created ourselves. Okay. Course library has everything. Okay. Favorites is kind of, everything's kind of in favorites anyways. So I don't commonly use these. I just go through my assets. Okay. So let's do this. We're going to import some more stuff into our world. Okay, so let's go. Assets, click Assets, right click. Okay, follow along. We're in our project folder. Clicked Assets. I'm right clicking. Okay, import package. There's a little arrow there. Custom package. Okay, find your folder. Okay, I made it easy. And there we go. Remember, you got to double click inside the folder. There we go. Challenge. That's what we want. Yeah, the challenge. Okay, has an icon. I tried to find out last what the extension was on this, but file location, I don't know. Whatever. Normally there's like an extension. What's the file with? So, .unity package. Okay, that's the file extension. And it opens with Unity, right? Okay. Let's open her up. There we go. Okay. Don't fret. Don't worry. Okay. So we're getting a lot of stuff. We're getting more materials, different materials. It's all new. There's a little movie that comes with it. If you want to watch the little video, maybe we'll try to do that. That's all the stuff we're getting in. Okay. It deselected Sky Mountain and Sky Dome because we essentially have that. Miscellaneous. I don't know. I don't think we need all this. I mean, I guess you could deselect it all. Don't really need all that. We already have a mountain sky. We already have a sky dome. I mean, there's no sense. Unless it overwrites it, I don't know. Textures. Now, if you're a little worried, we can go cancel, right? Easy fix. And just start it again. Okay. Miscellaneous, course library, miscellaneous. What do we have in ours? So, because we have a course library too. So it's going to add in this FBX folder. It'll probably go right into here. Source files, to airport mats. I don't know. Let's just import it anyways. I don't really want to, but let's just do it anyways. All the extra stuff I didn't really want. Oh look. It created its own folder. Okay. So this is our folder for our original. Okay. And this is a folder for what we just imported. Okay, so instructions. I think this is the video. Let's see, there we go. All right, so this is the little video, and they're showing, well, this is how you operate the plane. Okay, essentially they're just giving you, you know, little clip just to see what's up. Okay, so that's in the instructions. They also gave us some scripts too. Okay, so we get some scripts as well with the package. I'm going to minimize that. Okay, scenes. Let's have a look. These are our old scripts. We're in the Challenge 1 project. Materials. No worries. So let's open these up. Okay, again, we are in the 3D project, right? So these should be extracted, I guess is the word, into our original Visual Studio project, right? So let's open it. There we go. See? Okay, so it has an X at the end, and the reason for that is so that you're not confused, okay? This is our original code. This is the new code for the challenge. Okay, so essentially I could go like this, and like this, and like this. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. This is the challenge. You don't get any support. You don't get any advice. I mean, they do give you hints, right? Okay, but they deliberately made bugs in it. They deliberately messed it up. Okay, let's go. Ooh, hold up. Vehicles. We're actually, there it is. There's our plane. So we're gonna actually have to drag and drop a plane in here. Okay, so that could be one of the first things we do, right? Just so you know, it's gonna have bugs, and the idea is to challenge you to take all the tools and everything necessary that you learned through the tutorial, and to figure it out and fix it. Basically, we're here to fix it. So let's do it. This it's broken, and we're gonna fix it. So let's drag a plane. Whoops. Gotta click the plane. And we're gonna drag it right into vehicles. Okay, there we go. There's our plane. Alright, we could drop in a yays. Alright, I'm here to help, right? Now, guys, remember, so we're still in our 3D world, right? This isn't a fresh, brand new world, okay? We spawned in a plane, and it literally spawned right on top of our tank. Okay, they're holding the same airspace, essentially. Tank is 000. Our airplane, let's give it an elevation. Let's go up in the up direction. I don't know. Let's try 50. There we go. Okay. Oh, is that too much? No, that's fine. All right, let's roll with it. We're 50 in the air. Okay, finally in the air, guys. Our we only care about our vertical, right? Who cares about X? Well, we do care about forward, because obviously we're probably gonna fall if we run this. Again, remember, our camera is still attached to our original vehicle, right? Everything's still attached to the original vehicle. Okay. All right, we can still fully control the tank, but the goal here is to operate the airplane, right? So we got to think about this. Okay, so right now we have this script controlling the tank. Okay, that's fine. All right, we got an extra script, okay, which is called controller. Let's just save all this script. All I did was go nothing here. Okay, so let's look at the script. Okay. They've given us public floats. All right. Rotation speed, vertical input. Okay, remember we used vertical input before. Well, technically it's our forward input. It's all the same. What else have they given us? All right, you got to kind of start with something. Start somewhere. Let's read the script, see where we're at. Okay, vertical input. Input get axes vertical. Okay, well that makes sense, right? Vertical we know is up. right? We can either use it for forward or we can use it for up, right? Move the plane forward at a constant rate. Okay, oh, well, we could logically compare it to our other code, right? Remember our other code for the tank? To move, our vector was forward, right? That's going in. That's why I went into all the detail with the last video. And if you've been following along and listening, you'll instantly understand what's up, which is awesome. Give yourself a pat on the back for listening and getting to this point and understanding. You truly are a superhero. Let's go. Okay, 001. That's our forward. Z is forward, right? Remember. Okay, what's our plane? Our airplane, good. Our airplane is going forward. Our tank is the same thing. Forward in the plus. Negative is backwards. Forward in the plus. Good. We're kind of going the same direction. Remember our tank and our small plane. We could actually rename this, but that's okay. We'll just leave it. It's no big deal. It's referencing off of our game object, okay? Which is negative 2.5 essentially and 0, 0. Okay, I believe that's how it works. And so the first thing we did really was well, obviously we imported what we needed, right? And then we dragged and dropped a plane into our vehicle's game object, or our world environment container, if you will. Okay, it's a container holding our tank and our small plane. That's what we want. Okay, and plus it's more organized as well this way. Okay, so our small plane, what does it have? What we did was, well, it spawned right on top of our tank, because that's exactly where our game object was, right, guys? That's why it spawned there. Okay? It's there, and there it is. Okay? That's probably why our view is from here, too. Our camera view is based off of our vehicle object, right? Which kind of makes sense. That's why we were underneath before. Remember, we had to offset the camera for the tank, right? I believe that's our reference. Okay, and that's why I'm talking about these things, so that you guys and gals, you know, like, it's key. It's when you're inputting X, Y, and Z values into your code, you need a logical reference point. We're not just putting in random numbers, right? We can't spend the whole day just guessing, right? It helps to have some kind of logical reference point. You know, like, it's key. Just wanted to double check that you guys could hear me on the stream still. We're good. Oh yeah. Yes, let's go. Okay, where were we? All right. So our plane spawned there, and we just changed its vertical value up in the positive direction, right? Because we're looking at our Y, which is green. Our green arrow is Y. And, you know, logically in our mind, that's the positive direction, right? So I put in a positive value of 50. So we're 50, whatever it is, maybe meters. I don't know. I don't know the spacing of our world here yet, to be honest. Again, just so you guys know, this is all empty space out here, right? If you notice, our tank falls down whenever it gets into this area, right? Because there's nothing there, no collision going on to keep it, you know. Let's see, let's look at this, right? See, use gravity. That's why it's falling. Okay, Now, why is our plane not falling, right? You ask yourself. Well, it's because we don't have a rigid body, okay? As soon as we attach a rigid body and the gravity is check marked, right, it's gonna fall. Right now, it's kind of floating in space, and it's above our tank. So, I mean, it would have landed on top of us by now, right? Okay. The plane is going backwards. Well, that's the other thing. Let's look at this. So our plane, what does it have? What does it have? It has our normal transforms, right? In a linear fashion. Linear. We can give it a rotation if we wanted. We could scale it. We don't really want to do that. The meshes are basically what, for building. It's the construction of the plane, essentially. So when it was created, all this stuff, these mesh renderer, mesh collider, that all came with the airplane when we dragged it in. Okay, these are all properties of the plane. Okay, what else does it have? Okay, simple airport material, common stuff. But we don't have any, right? So think about this. Okay, our tank, we had to give it script. Okay, we also had to give it rigid body. So going back to our original script folder, player control. Hold on a sec. Player control. This is script or code, a class recreated. I should call it a class. I'm not really used to calling it script, but they are essentially classes. Right? Public class, follow player. It's inheriting mono behavior, which is another class, right? It's inheriting from another class that Unity engine and the fine devs over there created. Okay, so that's what's happening here. This is how you attach inheritance from one class to another. You grind C++ and C#, you will learn this. Okay, so we're just looking at our code here. Okay, so that's follow player. Let's continue with the new code that we have. Okay, so what else did it give us? Okay, move the plane forward at a constant rate. Well, let's look at this. Okay, we've been through this, so now we can actually understand. So they have a vector3 dot back. Well, okay, that's negative. Remember, forward is positive. Okay, this is for our tank. Vector 3, x is 0, y is 0, right? Because we're not moving in those directions. The blue arrow is the z direction. That's forward. And that value is positive 1. That tells the program which direction to go. Okay? It's just, I don't want to explain it, but that's really what it is. And that value of 1 is perfect. Because anything you multiply by 1 will give you the same value. Okay? So we're looking at here, well, if we actually had our camera on the airplane, let's go like this. Okay, let's see. Hold up. Let's do this. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm gonna go like this so that we're looking at it. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my game and go like this. There, now we can see the airplane. Now if I play it, what's gonna happen? Anything? Well, now logically, let's just run it. Anything gonna happen? No, nothing. Our airplane's just floating there and it's defying gravity. Okay, so just, you guys, I'm helping you. Okay, so let's just stop and think about this. Okay, first off, okay, it's defying gravity. Why is it defying gravity? Is our first question. Okay, we could compare it to our armored vehicle. We know that in rigid body that there's, I believe it would be another method in the background. I don't know unless I actually looked at the script, right? But we're not going to worry about that. And it's check marked. So check marking the tank, right? I got the tank highlighted. It's not defying gravity. So anytime we go off the road, it goes off, it falls, right? Pretend there's like a cliff edge here or something on the side of the roadway. Okay? So our airplane doesn't have a rigid body. Also, it's just staying there. It's not doing anything. So what does that tell us? Right? We got to think about this, right? What does that tell us? How did we move our vehicle or our tank? Okay, how did we move it? Well, we used this line of code here. Move the vehicle in the forward direction. We used the translate, which is linear, a linear motion. We transformed it, translated it. We gave it a speed. Our forward input is our user input controls. We're going to need that with an airplane. We will need user input controls because obviously we're going to want the airplane to go up and down, right? We're going to, again, continue using time.delta time. If we don't, then our airplane's just going to fly away at 1,000 miles an hour, right? We don't want that. And we also want to tell it which direction to go, right? We want to, so we want to tell, well, hey, our airplane needs to go in a forward direction. Okay, remember earlier, guys and gals, when I said, I'm just going to copy this, okay? Okay, I'm over explaining here because I want you to understand. Okay, so I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to paste it, but I'm going to comment it out. Okay, so this is the code to move our tank forward. Okay, we're going to need a speed. Okay, there's our speed. So as a matter of fact, I could get fancy, and I could go plain speed. Right, there we go. All right, I'm going to copy that because I changed it. Now the code... Visual Studio's kind of yelling at me saying, hey, you changed something and it doesn't match. Okay, so there we go. So, making your variables so that we can understand them as humans, right? Speed could be for anything, right? Okay, so I put armor speed. I didn't want to write armor tank. I could have, but whatever. Okay. So remember in the beginning, I had mentioned that without user input, this forward vector here actually is what creates the forward motion. It tells the software to move the object that's in the environment in a forward direction without user input. Okay, that's the key, guys. Without user input. So we're going to need this forward because that's the first thing we need to fix. Well, our plane's flying backwards. And I don't know, you guys, do you know any planes that fly backwards? I don't know any. Okay? Now I'm going to try to be consistent with the way I type my code here. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, our plane speed, we could actually give it a value. Right now it's 0. It's public. And we're slowly starting to fix the code. We're looking at the code and we're trying to understand the code at the same time. And if we notice any mistakes, well, we're taking advantage of the moment and we're going to correct them. Okay? All right, good. So now our plane should be flying in the forward direction. Because they had it going backwards. What were those guys and gals thinking? Huh? What were they thinking? I love this. This is fun. Okay, the plane is going too fast. Okay, so remember when we're doing the tank? Again, if you forget, just start the series again, I guess. But I'll explain. Okay, so looking at this code, okay, initially the only thing we had was, I'm just going to copy this, okay? Okay, because we're going to reuse this. Initially, this was the only code that we put in. Remember, originally for our tank, we gave it a vector 3 forward. We told it to go forward. And then when we ran the software, or when we ran the program, our tank zoomed right off the map at, like, I don't know how fast it was going, but it was going super fast, if you remember right. Again, no, this is code that has no user input, right? Zero user input. This is just telling the program which way to send an object in your world or environment. Okay, that's what this code does. Okay, so the challenge is to figure out, well, why is the plane going too fast? Well, probably because this is why. Let's look at the code. They have the and remember, it was going backwards before. So it was actually flying at supersonic speed in the backwards direction. Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, let me do this again. Let's put it back to the way it was. Okay, what are we missing? Okay, what we are missing is, to make our tank move, we needed to attach the script. Remember that? Okay, so let's go to our script. That's why our plane isn't moving, guys and gals. Is because, look, our script isn't here. We need to attach the script to our object. Okay, where's that script? That script is the X script. We want X, right? Remember, this is the script for our tank. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, there we go. Okay, I have the plane selected, and we need the control, the player controller. Really, essentially, this is the code for the human player to control the plane. So let's take this and drag, like before, just drag and drop it right into the empty space. It's good enough. There, yay! Okay, so now we've attached the script, and look, bingo, bango, bongo, we've got the public variables too, instantly, right? Because they're public. So we don't have any speed or rotation speed or any vertical input right now. Okay, so let's run it and see what happens. Nothing. Okay, nothing's happening. All right, why? Let's think about this. Okay, before, the plane speed is 0. Probably because that value is 0, right? Yes, anything multiplied by 0 is 0, right? Right, guys? You guys know this. Math 101. Our plane speed value is 0. Okay, I want to just confirm something here. Okay, going back here. We're going to put the plane speed in later, but let's get rid of it for now. The only thing, so we remove this variable, which is 0. It's storing a value is 0. And I want to make sure that this value is actually going to, this vector 3 dot back, we should see the plane going backwards. So let's run it. Hopefully that works. Oh, there we go. Finally. Okay, and that wasn't too bad. It actually wasn't flying off too crazy. But let's run it again. It seemed kind of normal. Where are you going? Okay, we're going to fix that. Okay, so we're going to put that back. I'm just going to go Control Z. Okay, easy fix. And now we need a value. Okay. There's two ways of doing this. Remember I said that we could enter the values here, or we could enter the values here. Okay, we could actually assign a value. Plane speed, what's the speed of a plane normally? I don't know. They're pretty fast. I don't know. Like I have to figure out what the momentum or speed is in Unity. Are they in kilometers per hour? Are they in meters per second? Is it in miles per hour? Like, honestly. Okay, normal speed of a Cessna. I'm going to assume it's a Cessna 172. Good enough. 122 knots. Let's see, I'm going to copy this. Okay, some notes. Okay, there we go. The normal cruising speed of a Cessna 172 is 122 knots, or 140 miles an hour, or 226 kilometers per hour. Now, I think it must be meters per second. So let's take our kilometers per hour and to meters per second. Okay, so it's saying 226. So 62 is the value. Okay, meters per second. I think that's what it is. It seems like it would be the most logical. Okay, 60. 62 or 63. That's when it's maxed out. Okay, normal speed. Formula, divide the speed by value. Yeah, that's by 3.6. Divide the kilometers per hour by 3.6. You can convert it. It doesn't really matter either way. So let's see what happens. What does it look like? That's not bad. Not bad at all. We might actually keep it at that. Okay? That's normal cruising speed. Okay, so some notes. So that means I converted kilometers an hour to meters per second, and it gave me 62.78 meters per second. Okay? It's kind of a decent value inside Unity, right? It's not too crazy. Okay, let's leave it at that. So we could take this value and attach it to here. There we go. Oh, you know why the program's arguing? To help you guys and gals out so you could quickly fix your code quicker. I'm here to help. Float, okay? F. In C#, you don't have to do it in C++, but in C#, we got to use F, okay? All right, cool. We're kind of done with that, so I could actually take this, and we've determined the speed, and that's going to be forward. So I'm just going to copy this, go like this. I'm going to cut this, Control X, and then I'm going to go like this, and I want to get rid of that, and we're going to make it private. Okay, and then I'm going to go like this, because right now these other ones are actually public, and we're going to do that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so going back to here, our speed now is gone. But if I run it, it should be utilizing that. Whoa, snap. That took off, Batman. That took off. What was the difference there? Okay, so I have questions. That was huge. Okay, what did I do? Did I do something wrong in the code? Private float, plane speed. Oh, it's still going backwards. Let's fix the forward. Okay, let's fix that so that we're not going backwards anymore. Okay, Control Home, Shift S. It's going too fast. I don't know why the value is different from what we were doing before. Okay, let's look at this. We're gonna go like this. It's gonna zoom again. Okay, most likely. Let's run it. Boom, it's gone. And it's in the forward direction. Okay, that doesn't seem normal or logical. It's interesting how when it was public, and I did, and I entered a value in here, right? I entered in 62.3, didn't I, guys? I'm just curious. It's just really odd how it did that. Okay, so, ow. So I'm going to take that value, and we're just going to reduce it. Okay? Because obviously that's way too fast. 62.78. I don't know. Let's say times 0.3. Okay? I'm going to change that value. We're going to go at 30% of that. Okay, I'm just going to comment this out just so you can see the original. And I went at 30%, which is 8.3. Okay, there we go. Let's run it again and have a look. Should be normal now. Oh, still pretty fast. Ah, I know why. Okay, I like this. This is what we need to do, guys and gals. This is how you learn. Remember when we were working on our tank? Okay? And we were zooming really fast? Okay, if you guys recall, when we just had this value in, what changed that? Do you remember what changed that value? What brought it down to a normal speed? Do you recall? I hope so. I remember, whoops. We're just gonna comment that out. I want this back. Okay, I'm gonna delete that because you guys know it's forward. Okay, Control Shift S. We're gonna put it back to, so now I went from 30% speed back up to 100% normal cruising maxed out speed, right? Remember, we're imagining it's a Cessna 172. Hopefully that's what a Cessna 172 looks like. And yeah, it's not bad. It's close, right? Single propeller. I don't know how many passengers, but that's kind of what our plane looks like. Where'd you go, plane? Oh, we're still running here. Our plane's gone. That's the reason why we changed the background, right? So that you knew. Sometimes your brain will be like, okay, you'll come back. You'll be, what's up, right? It was actually still running. Okay. I don't know if that's a Cessna, but that's what a Cessna 172 would kind of look like. A single propeller plane, right? All right. So this is what it is, guys. Okay. Right here. This is what we're missing. Okay. Most of you are probably like, it's the time dot delta. It's the time. I can't hear you guys, though. I can't hear you. Remember? I can't hear you. That's exactly what it is. Okay. We have to make sure we have the time dot delta. Okay. That's what affects our frames, our intervals in seconds from the last frame to the current frame. Okay. That's a huge difference. Okay. I think that's all we're going to need because so what we're going to do with this code, remember, guys and gals, go into the vehicle, we had this forward input, right? That from the user. We're not gonna have any forward input with the user. We're gonna let the plane fly on its own without any user input. So we don't need the W key to move the airplane forward. Okay? We're just gonna let the plane fly on its own. All right? So I think that's it. That's all we're gonna need. I could delete this. So we got our plane speed, we've got our time delta, and we got our vector forward. Okay, cool. We've fixed that, hopefully. I'm just deleting stuff just to clean up the clutter, okay? And same thing with this. We'll delete that because we've already been through all that. So there we go. We're cleaning up our code. And let's have a look. Okay, I'm gonna back up here again so we can have a look. Again, remember, we have no control of this airplane, okay? We have no user input right now. Let's check it out, see what's up. All right, yes. Here we go. All right, where are you going? Right out the world. You guys can see it'll fly on forever. Okay, this is our dome, right? You know, technically you shouldn't be able to fly out there, but that's not good. We don't want that. Okay? That's not good. And as a matter of fact, when I'm exiting in that, we want to be able to clean up our memory. And we didn't clean up our memory. Our plane was flying out there and it was still an object stored in memory. So yeah, that's a no bueno, right? So there's a lot of things to learn. All right, cool. So the plane is now not flying backwards anymore. It was going too fast. We've got it running at a manageable speed. Okay, perfect. That's what we want. What's next? The plane is tilting automatically. Is it? Make the plane tilt only if the user presses the up and down arrows. Okay, is it tilting? Let's have a look. Okay, why would it be tilting? Okay, so looking at this, if it was gonna rotate, it would rotate on the x-axis, right? So I have this plane. Yeah, it looks like it's perpendicular to the ground to me. There's no rotation. Okay, so but we gotta make the plane tilt only if the user presses the up and down arrows. So basically it wants us to I'm gonna cut this, paste that there, and we're gonna delete this because my calculations are not bad. The plane speed is good. Again, we're using meters per second, guys. Okay, just to give you an idea. So if you want to be kind of realistic with your plane flight, right? I Googled normal cruising speed of a Cessna, blah, blah, blah. Well, boats and airplanes, they go by knots. That's common. As vehicle drivers, we know miles per hour or kilometers per hour. We also, if we've done math and physics, we've learned about meters per second. Okay, so you can convert between either three of them. They're all the exact same values, okay? Just a different nomenclature. That's the word. Okay, so again, if you're going to use any values in Unity, use meters per second. Okay, because I think everything's kind of meters. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but it gives you a good kind of basis, right? Okay, so here we have, this is the code that was given to us. Okay, remember. Okay, we've added in this private field. Actually, we didn't. It was given to us, but I made it private now because here it's declared. Here we initialized it. Okay, we're giving it a constant value. As a matter of fact, I could probably put the word const. if I really want to get coding technical. The const nomenclature, based, now I'm going to use that word more, ain't I? I am. Nomenclature. Such a good word. Nomenclature. Okay, good. Just in case my brain forgets that word. Okay, so they gave us it as a public. It's a float value, which is true. Whenever we're using these classes or structs and these getters, they're float values. Okay, and we made it a constant. Constant means that it cannot be changed either by the code script during runtime, and same thing with a user. So this value can't be changed. Okay, it's kind of like a read-only situation. How are we doing for time here? We're almost at an hour. Boy, time flies when you're having fun. I was hoping to get it all done. I might have to two-part this video, guys. Let's see where we're at. So, again, they've given us this vertical input. Okay, remember what? Oh, here it is. Okay, vertical input. This looks all correct. This all looks normal. Okay, let's have a look. Remember when we're operating our tank? Our forward input is the same as the vertical input. Okay, control wise in the system they're the same. Okay, up down could be W. Well, I guess forward would be W, but Q and E would be your up and down, essentially. Q and E. But that's okay. We're not going to worry about that. So if we look, remember we had to actually put that forward input into our formula here, right? Think of this as a formula inside of our method, right? Class. Is it? I'm just trying to think. Transform is. It's not showing it here. It's part of the transform class. Okay, rotate is a method, and our method can take. I mean, we can still multiply. This method is able to do. Yeah, it's a pretty awesome method, to be honest. So we have our speed. We have our user input, we have our delta time, and we have the direction value. Okay, so let's look at our airplane here. Okay, we have our, again, I'm kind of particular about the organization of my code. So I'm going to go like this. Okay, so that we're consistent. Okay, so it's going to the right. Okay, that's not up or down. Okay, that's what they mean by tilting. So it's tilting to the right. Remember, guys, with our tank, when we had no user control, it was just veering off to the right. If we used right, okay. But we want, it says here, make the plane tilt only if the user presses the up or down. Okay, so we're using the wrong value. Okay, I hope this is, we're gonna finish up with this, and then I'm gonna continue another stream. We'll two-part this, guys and gals. Okay, up and down obviously is our Y, right? I'm going to explain it a little bit more again and again, but over time, as more videos progress, you guys, hopefully you're following the series and you'll know what's up, because at a certain point, I'm going to stop over explaining things. I'm just going to do, okay? Up and down, Y is vertical, right? Y is vertical, so positive up, negative down. Okay, so we want to change our up and down values not our horizontal rotate left and right. So if you look at it, left and right is your horizontal. Okay? Like just like you're steering a vehicle. You turn your vehicle left, you're going left. You're turning your vehicle right, you're going right. Well, essentially, I'm going to undo that. Because it doesn't really matter if you use left or right. It honestly doesn't. Because when you do all this, you can still control left or right. Okay, it's based on user input. Okay. Okay, so it's right. Well, I mean, we could rotate the plane. It's no different. A plane can turn right, a plane can turn left, but it also tilts. So the tilting would be about the z-axis, right? So the wings one wing would go down and the other wing would go up. If you go left, the left wing would go down and the right wing would go up. Again, the pivot point, so think of an imaginary pivot point, that would be the Z, right? If you're nosing up or down, the pivot point would be the X. Okay? If you're going up or down, well, that would obviously be the Y value. Okay? I know you guys understand. Hopefully that helps. Okay, so I think we need to use up. Okay, so let's go up. There we go. Okay, up does exist. Okay, shorthand for writing. Remember, we could write it as 0, 1, 0. We could. Okay, but we're just going to use the shortcut. And the shortcut for that is up. All right, less values too. Okay, the fine devs at Unity Technologies, they've created this for us and make use of it. Hey, it's there, making life easier. Otherwise, you would have to type in them values. Not that it's hard to type in values, but I mean, it's a lot cleaner. So vector.3, vector3.up. Looking at it again, X is 0, Y is 1, going in the positive direction, which is up, and that's Z is 0. Okay, we've already got a Z here, forward. We've already taken care of our forward motion. Okay, but we want the plane to be able to, with user input, we want it to be able to go up and down, right? About the pivot about the x-axis, right? Up or down? I mean, it still would work. We want it to tilt, but it would be nice if the plane went up or down. Right now, we don't have user control, but let's see what happens. Okay, we're still going forwards. At least this time it looks like it's flying in a straight line. I'm gonna stop it. I accidentally clicked that. Let's have a look from here, this perspective. Okay, play it again, see what it's doing. We don't have any user control right now. All right, the user control I have is the tank. Right? We need this, guys and gals, okay? Because there's more for us to do. Go! Yes! Let's go! I love it. Okay? I know what's wrong. I know what's up. Again, we were kind of going through the code and reading the code and kind of fixing the problems at the same time. And we forgot to do, a couple of things. Okay? So I'm going to leave it at that. You guys, gals, if you want to see more on fixing this challenge project that learn.unity.com has, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys and gals in the next video. Thanks for watching. Subscribers, Love y'all. Thank you for supporting the channel, not being quitters. You guys are all legends. Those of you that hit the like button, double thumbs up for you. Viewers, you're all awesome. Recent subscriber, Bossum. Let's go. Check you guys out in the next video. Peace.